Good morning, everyone. Sunny is in Vienna this week for a business trip, so she won't join. We have Tracy, we have Irina, Yuval here joining us. Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can anyone hear me?
Hi. Yes, we hear you. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Let me take out the Etherpad. We will give it a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll take out the Etherpad. Yeah. I have the Etherpad with me. Let me post the link in the chat window. Okay, attendee. We have Tracy, LF. We will start at 8:05.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Do you know if Emily will join us, Tracy?
I don't know. I'll ping her right now and ask.
Yeah, thank you.
Shin, I just checked with Emily. She said she's just running late on something else, but she'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
Thank you.
How about let's get started. Let me see. Let me share my screen. Okay, I see also Vivek and Vicky joined. If you don't mind to put your name and company here, it will be great. Vicky, Dorado. Vivek, may I ask which company you come from?
Yep. I'm from DNSQ, DENA,
DENA?
DNA, no E.
DNA.
Yeah, DNA, SKEW, SKEW.
Skill. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay. I guess today will be a short session. Let's continue the first let's do the agenda batch for the outreach committee. A few things I will start welcome everyone to speak up if anything in your mind. First one is let's finish the OCP summit preparation. Preparation discussing. This one include the workshop associated with OCP summit, booth associated with OCP summit, and then we have hackathon at the same time, as well as the Friday community meetup.
Shin, for the Friday event, was there an invite sent already?
We will come to this. How about this, Eva? Let's dump the agenda. I can come to
Sure.
this details.
Sure.
Yeah, meetup. We will come to this. And the other agenda we can think of, Tracy, I know that we are going to do the planning for the next year budget, right? Do you know when should we submit it to board meeting?
So that's a great question. We're going to have an initial conversation this week with the board about 2025 planning. I think we should start to think about what we're going to want. So I think this meeting, I think we should just stay focused on OCP, and we've got, a lot of things going on there. But I think maybe the next meeting after I'm not being super articulate, I'm sorry. So when we talk to the board this week, I think we're going to get some initial guidance on priorities. And then I think the next meeting would be a good time for us to share what the board has said. And then we can start to talk about budget planning, if that makes sense.
Cool, that's fine. I just put it on the list and make it as agenda as next start discussing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Discussing next week, next meeting.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other timeline deadline that we need to bear in mind? I know that this is also the time of building the priorities, right? When are we expected to finish building the priority? Or is that just in this month's board meeting?
So this month's board meeting, we are going to just do a quick check-in on where we are with 2024 and use that as a launching pad to talk about what might the priorities be for 2025. So I think it absolutely would make sense for us to spend just a couple of minutes today just having an initial conversation around what some of the priorities of the outreach committee happen to be in case the question comes up, but it is very preliminary. I don't want anyone to feel like there's any pressure to have the answers to this right now. But if you have some perspectives, then just some high level thoughts on next year, then I think this is a good time for us to just have a brief conversation about that, and then we can start to really talk about it in the next session.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. I think that's all I have. Anyone else would like to put anything on the agenda? I think, Tracy, we have one more event, right? From now to the end of the year, that is one summit in open source summit in Europe. Is that right? Is that still happening?
I know there is open source summit in Europe. I don't know off the top of my head SONiC's role in that. I feel like that's a good, and that's just because I'm still pretty new.
Sure.
That's a good question for us to ask Emily to update us on when she joins, which should be any minute now. She should be with us.
Sure, that's fine. Okay. So how about others, about Irina, Eval, Vivek, Vicky? Do you want to put anything on the agenda before we go to each one now?
I don't have anything to add. Thank you, though.
Yeah, also. Thank you.
So, hi, this is Vivek here. I just wanted to find out, Tracy, what is the plan for any kind of training or something? Actually, do we have any agenda coming this quarter? I mean, the Q4 or the Q1 next year? Anything planned? Because I remember, like LFN was planning for some kind of a free training initiative, right? Some kind of a course, packaged course, somebody can self-learn. So
I can give a little bit of an update on that. So there was a conversation at the last board meeting about training programs. So you're talking about like a SONiC training program. Am I understanding that correctly?
correct. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So typically, the opportunity to offer like a SONiC certified training program is a benefit exclusively offered by members. And so there were some third parties that were interested in potentially building a SONiC training program, but they were not members. And so there was a conversation with the board around, would we be comfortable with non-members offering a SONiC certified training program? And the board decided in the August meeting that they're not comfortable allowing third parties who are not invested in SONiC and not participating day in and day out like all of you are, they would not be comfortable with them running a training program. So then that prompted kind of a broader conversation around who might be interested. And so there are some conversations right now that are happening with the LF training team. And I know that Dell has some experience with SONiC training programs, and they're just it's very early days, but there's some initial conversations just talking about how do we offer a SONiC certified training program that would be, approved and offered through members. So it's very early. And I don't know if that answers your question, because if you're asking, do we have one right now? No, we don't officially have one right now, but I can tell you it is moving forward, if that's helpful.
Okay, makes sense, because that's something that even I did hear this in the community, but I don't know where do we stand with that initiative, because that's the reason that I just wanted to follow it up. Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay. Okay, let's get started with OCP summit preparation. The workshop associated with OCP, I believe now the selection has been done and the agenda has been built. So the next step is just launching it. So asking let me see. I don't see Tracy. Are you still there? Okay, Tracy is here. Let me see if Emily is here. Okay. Then my question is, do we have a place for the team members to upload the presentations?
I don't know if that question's directed at me.
Sure. Yeah, no worries.
So
Yeah.
maybe let me ping Emily again and just see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. Usually we have so that we get the presentations ahead of time. Of course, the speakers can make changes. Yeah. And this location is only sent to speakers, right? It's only because later it will be published online. So I think this is needed. The main thing is to get a control of getting the at least iterations of presentations ahead of time. Yeah.
Okay. So I just pinged Emily again, and we'll see if we can get it. I know she's coming, but I know she's tied up with something
Sure.
else. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for if you're looking for something that I can help with, I can absolutely
Sure.
help with kind of the budget planning and the 2025 priority building short conversation. If it's helpful, if you want to jump to that, I'm happy to contribute to that. Or if anyone else can try some of the other pieces without me, I just don't know enough.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I think then we should probably, it's better to go to those topics because the booth hackathon all needs Emily. Oh, Emily actually just joined.
Oh, beautiful. There she is.
Mm.
Woo, there she is.
Right.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you.
Yeah, so sorry. I'm on site at another event, so I just had to finish up a meeting.
No
thank you
worries
so
at
much.
all. No worries
Thank
at
you.
all. Yeah. Have a few questions for you.
Okay.
First for the workshop, right? Our status is speakers has been notified, agenda has been built, I think almost done to launch it. One last question is the location to upload the presentation. Is that has that been set up?
Yes, I have it. I have the email ready to send out to the presenters for that day, but I was planning to wait until we got the registration link.
Yes.
So which should be in the next day or two.
Perfect. Yeah, then no worries. As long as this
Okay.
is close, I think this topic is
Yes.
close. Yeah. Yeah, the key thing is the purpose is to get the presentation content ready ahead of time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. So then go to the next one. I think the booth associated with the OCP summit, right? My understanding is also the selection, like the one who will be presenting there also has been notified.
Yes, they have.
The ones booth presenters. How about agenda?
That has, well, it's partially, we have two that are in flux, which will make some changes, which is why the only reason it hasn't been fully announced. But what they will all live on the Sketch site. I can show you what the current schedule is.
Sure. Should I stop sharing?
Oh, no, I'm just going to share it just a moment. I'm going to put the link in there.
Yeah.
Okay, just put the link in the chat.
This is agenda, right?
That's the demos. Yes, there's
demos,
that one.
Okay.
And then there is, that's kind of our internal one. But this is where the formal one will be. Actually, I've got the Etherpad open now, so I can put.
Yeah, Etherpad is pinned here. Yeah, that's good. Then agenda is here, and we just the update will be you, right?
Yes.
Like kernelization. How about, we already have agenda. I'm just putting the people who are there, who in charge of this.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Emily, quick question on the link. I just opened it up. Or should we be looking at version 1 or version 2?
Version 2.
Okay, great.
Okay, perfect. Agenda.
Can we open it up so that we have access?
Let me see.
It's asking me to request access.
Yes, though we don't have, this one's not ready for people to
Okay,
sign up
this
for the
isn't the sign
additional
up.
slot.
Gotcha.
Right. This was through the RFP
This is
process,
our
or sorry,
workshop,
CFP
right?
process. Mm-hmm.
This is our workshop, and this is
Oh, got it.
Friday.
Okay.
Friday agenda already. That's fantastic. Timeline. Okay.
How did we get to Friday? What was a process for Friday? I'm just confused at this particular event. In the past, it was handled slightly different. I think I missed
I can come back to that.
steps about what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, I can come back to this Friday's meetup. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, booth and workshop are done. Hackathon, I believe at this moment, sorry, I think we are waiting to post it yet. Post it, right? We come up with the write-up of the hackathon, but the only thing is to ask TSC to come back with the themes of hackathon. Actually, we didn't do that. That's on me. Call for participation has been written down. Pending on theme definition. That is. Do you know either Tracy or Emily when is next TSC to launch it?
If you want to, you keep talking and I'll pull it up in LFX.
Sure. Yeah. Pending on this before publishing it, right? Once we have that theme, Emily, can you help us to publish that?
Yes, I sure can.
Okay, perfect. Emily.
Well, Shin, did you get the email I sent with all of the information about it was set up and sessionized?
Give me a second. Let me stop. Which email do you want me to share or?
No, I just wanted to make sure you got, the link is ready to go. It just needed, I think, the themes, like you said. I just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm searching my email. Hackathon form. Yes, I got it.
Okay, great.
I got it. You have that. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And Jin, the next TSC meeting is Thursday.
This is perfect. Let's launch it. Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Let's have it. And then we can launch it. Give me a second. Let me find my Etherpad and also on Friday's email. Okay. Then I think we are going to come to this Friday meetup. Give me a second. I'm sharing my screen again. So I think a few people missed the last outreach and TSC meeting. What's happening is because of the because that we only have half day at OCP Summit for SONiC workshop, right? And there are actually a lot of submissions, more than 50. We can only select 8 to 12, I don't remember, for workshop. So there are a lot of other content out there, and many people come from like a flight to San Jose, right, from internationally. So we feel that like getting feedback from different companies, from TSC meetings, from other meetings, they are asking for a meetup, that community, to have one place to continue more presentations, and for small groups to meet up. For example, TSC will meet in the afternoon. So in the last 2 weeks, we have been very quickly assemble something. How does it look like is we will meet, the event will be free. It will be outside OCP, but will be hosted by a community member company. This time, a few company went back to do research at the end that Cisco is the most ready one, who can find a big conference to host 100 people with video, audio facilities for this event. So that is on Friday. What you folks asked, right? Give me a second. On the what's going on the Friday. So basically, Friday will be a one-day event, almost one-day event. Will end a little bit early Friday afternoon because that many people will fly out. Then it will be a community-based event together. I see that you already posted the agenda here. The paper selection was from the rest of the submission. I think TSC met a few times in the last 1 or 2 weeks to select more papers from the submission. I think it's 12 to arrange that on Friday. After Friday, after 2 o'clock, you can see there are still some small group to meet up for 1 or 2 hours. I think that is in planning. With which groups are meeting and with Cisco the time arrangement and etc. That is happening with a small group. Let me pause here to see any questions so far.
Okay, just so I'm clear on what happened here. We all submitted CFPs for a demonstration and the workshop. Workshop was selected first. Some
Yes.
people were notified that you can come to the SONiC booth and provide your demonstration at the SONiC booth. And
Correct.
then any others were then dumped into the Friday selection, and this was determined by the TSC group.
Correct. You are
Okay.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel like yeah, I mean, like it just feels so different in the past, which is fine. But had we had our druthers, first of all, I didn't even know what time our booth demonstration was just a few seconds ago. But just curious how this now I understand the process, but it's really the TSC group that was the group that determined the lay of this land, the 3 different categories.
So this one was, let me explain a little bit, right? This is a little bit at the last moment, right?
Yeah.
We stand up because of many papers still outside there and asks from the community members to continue because it's many people coming from China, Europe, and other states from US to be there to meet up. So that to give people more chance to meet, right? Actually, this is not the first time we host. Before we transit to OCP, like to Linux Foundation, right? SONiC Group in OCP has hosted multiple times of the workshop, free workshop in San Jose.
Yeah.
Like for people, for the community to exchange, particularly technologies, advancement of the development protocols. So it's not brand new, but this time is also a last minute add.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, and I understand that
Yeah.
part of it because I was in
Yeah.
the last, I've been in all the meetings and I
Right.
understand how it kind of
Perfect.
came to be.
Perfect.
I was
Yeah.
more, my question was like the determination of where things ended up. That it was workshop first, second was booth, and then third, as a surprise, we went to a Friday workshop, or I'm sorry, a Friday community day. And then the people that weren't in the booth were then switched to were then given this opportunity to speak on Friday. I'm just trying to determine how the Friday agenda, where those topics came from.
Sure.
And yeah, and that's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, we don't have to go into it right now. It just kind of how it moved, and it definitely did not happen in our last meeting. We did not discuss how these topics were determined in our last meeting. So it just, I don't know, unless I missed an email, I just feel like it went from one to the other. And if I were going to have my druthers, I would prefer to have our presentation to the community and this day, because it seems a little bit more structured and obviously, and it's just a different audience, but we're assigned to the booth, which we're very excited about, just trying to understand the process we went from, because it's changed radically. And so it seems like the TSC meeting and the TSC group are the determiners of the three different ways that this got laid out.
So if I may help, right? I don't, yes, they decide, but it's not they decided in this sequence, it's in this sequence, but when they decide this, when they help, right? First, we select a workshop, we see more, how do we organize like the rest of paper, right?
Yeah.
We see, we organize, okay, then better to put also in the booth, because booth has many people even outside the community. That at this moment, after these two were selected, the meetup idea wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So then after that, still many demand asks, right? We are here and we still have many papers. What should we do? And the Friday meeting is actually a joint idea, like from the people in TSC and the outreach committee. And then we start to set up the Friday if it's possible, right? We need to do research if any location can host it and any content. Then at this moment, the content decided to, okay, let's select from the rest of the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just to recap on that, it's the TSC group that were that they're the decision makers of what this agenda looks like on Friday. That's all I was getting to.
We also have a say.
Okay.
We also have a say. It's just it's okay that they have a group of people just select the paper and they also vote, and they use a very fair system to do that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the feedback on that.
Sure. Yeah. So I think that's Friday. At this moment, what we are doing is we are going to launch the registration, right? Registration, and because of the meeting room has a up limit, we will limit it at like around 95 people before closing the registration. That's where we are looking at. Give me a second. Okay. Let me pause here. Like, Eval, did I answer your question about Friday event?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Of course, we are sorting out many other logistic items, right? Conference room registration, food, and many other things. There's a very small group of people are already volunteered to handle that. Thanks for that. So a call out, right, for outreach. If you know that if you see the registration link, please do register it early, right? It's a free event, so it's fill up very quickly, and that we won't be able to accommodate too many, and because of company policy, right? No matter if it's Cisco or any other company, they will need to ask the attendee list a few days ahead of the event to register into their system. Yeah.
Would you please share the link?
It hasn't posted yet. You need to watch out the email. Emily, let me ask it will be sent to which alias?
That is a SONiC question. I can
Okay.
ask Tracy. Do you happen to know? Do you?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't.
Yeah,
No
we'll
worries.
ask Sunny.
Yeah, we can ask Sunny. Yeah, she is just like out for a short time for like a business trip.
Shin, you did not mention explicitly, but I assume recording is also part of the logistics you need to sort out.
What? Recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, recording
For
will
the
be,
Friday?
Yeah, for the Friday. I assume OCP ones will be recorded.
yeah. We are working with Cisco to record it.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Okay.
And one more question. At the previous meetings, you mentioned SONiC Day. Is it going to be on Friday, or it would be on October 14, excuse me, 14, as you mentioned before?
I think what you are talking about, SONiC, this is Community Day, right? That on Friday. Do you mean
SONiC Day. We previously talked about SONiC Day on October 14. Is it going to be the same event, or you are planning to hold SONiC Day on a separate date? Could you please?
Sure. I think
repeat?
that's the same event we will discuss the ones, right? Should it be on 14th or 18th? And then it's ended with agreement on 18th.
I see. So
Yeah.
it would be the same event, just on October 18.
Yes. We were at the beginning, we don't know which day should we choose, right? And which location. After many researchers, what's the possibility that it come up like last Friday? This is possible and location is possible, so that we are more certain of this is going to happen. And also we could have some money or even Cisco sponsored food. Yeah.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, with that, let me move quickly to the next topic. I see also Ashay asked that about Europe summit, right? Emily, do you know more about this Europe summit?
Yes, we have the schedule launched for this event, and let me that for you. There's also demos for this one.
Okay.
Okay, just I'm putting the link.
Okay. Do you know if we will have the workshop there?
Yes, that is the workshop.
Our workshop, right?
The mini summit is what that one's officially called, and that one is scheduled on September 19th.
Oh, Vienna. Okay, mini. Okay, we might need to call Friday event a different, not mini summit. So don't. Okay, that's good. We have these papers already lined up. That's very nice for half a day. Okay. Okay, perfect. It's happening. Okay. Okay, great.
And right now, I think there's about 35 people registered.
Okay, great. Oh, Sunny is there. Okay, perfect. Will
Yes.
you be there?
No, I will not be.
Oh, I missed.
I couldn't be in
the
two
best
places
part.
at once.
Actually, we have many people, right? Eval and on like I believe I don't know, Irina, where are you located? Just for your awareness, and Vivek, where you are located.
I'm in Ukraine. I'm in Ukraine nowadays.
I see. This event is in Vienna,
Yeah.
and this month. Yeah.
Taras Chorny is going to be a speaker at this event.
Who?
It's our representative from Pale
Oh.
Vision.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. He will be there. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just for your awareness that if anyone are interested, here's another one. Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, that's great. So I think budget planning that Tracy mentioned, he left that we will not discuss that. We will wait for the board meeting to get guidance and start come to discuss that. And I remember last year it was November, or we have to build the proposal for next year and to submit it to board. To plan for next year. So we will wait for this week's board meeting. Priority build also that let me come back if I may, like before I see Ashay is here. Let's finish training if he needs to leave. We have people are asking, right? Vivek was asking here about the training, free training. We had a brief answer. Ashay, do you have more on the training part?
I had a discussion with Saurabh when he was here regarding he was here for the SONiC India workshop. But last time when I discussed with Linux Foundation and we had bunch of meetings, there was some discussion, and I did about talking to the one of the company for acquiring the material they have. After that, I could not join SONiC outreach meeting for almost a month, but I saw one update that the company from which we were trying to get the material, they were not part of the Linux Foundation, so that is not allowed, and they have to be a part of Linux Foundation. I think that's where that discussion when I was having with Tim from Linux Foundation, that got stuck, and so I think that path will not go ahead. When I was working with Saurabh, I was talking to him. What he was telling me that Dell has a material. I think you guys have already had the discussion. We have to shred that and make it non product specific, non-Dell specific, then that material can be reused. How much work it will be, that I don't know, but I can work with him and get something done.
Okay.
And just to add to that, there were a couple of emails exchanged with Saurabh and the trainer from the Linux Foundation, and they're going to be scheduling me. I think Saurabh is traveling right now, but they're going to be scheduling a meeting probably towards the end of this week. So we should hopefully know more in time for this next meeting.
So from Linux Foundation, Tim is still driving, or we have someone else?
Tim? Yeah, it is Tim.
Okay. So I think in that case, what we are going to do is we are going for a second path, means we will be building things from scratch rather than getting the material from someone, some other company, and that is totally fine. We had that proposal also in past. The whatever Dell has, we will shred it and we'll make it SONiC specific. So we do not talk about any hardware. I think that was Saurabh was also talking about. So I will help as much as I can to him and to Linux Foundation. I think from there we'll pick up this. At least one course should go live this year. That's what we should target for. If one course can go live, then from there I think we can move ahead.
Right.
Okay, Vivek, do you have any other questions?
Nope, I'm good. Thanks, Akshay.
Okay. 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 We have a few minutes. Sorry, I also need to drop early. That it's time to build the CY 25 priority now. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me try to find out the last priority list we built. I will stop sharing. By the way, Tracy, you're asking for the outreach slides, right, for the board meeting. That Ashay already shared that Indian workshop with me. I will post it there today.
That's great. Thank you. So I can talk a little bit about timeline while
Sure.
you're pulling up what you're looking for, Shane.
Sure.
So basically, for those of you who may have joined a few minutes late, what we were talking about in the beginning is this week we have a SONiC governing board meeting where we're going to do a quick check-in on the status of the priorities for 2024 and start to discuss what the high-level 2025 priorities might be. And then during the month of September and into October, the goal is to start to, put together a list of what our priorities would be. Some of the things that we want to do as an outreach committee, make sure we have that built into the deck that we put in front of the board in October. And we also want to start to put together a rough idea of what we need from a budgetary perspective for 2025. And then the target would be, this is kind of initial view for the board would be in October, and then we get their feedback, and then we'd continue to work it from our side as an outreach committee. And then the goal is that the November board meeting would be when we are ideally putting a final 2025 budget in front of them, and they would vote at the November board meeting, up or down for that budget. And ideally we get approval, and then we're ready to get going for January. So that's sort of like the high level process and timeline. Are there any questions on that or concerns with that timeline?
So in general, right, very short is November is budget approval, right?
Yes.
And October is like planning for the priorities.
Yeah, ideally we would start at this next meeting, start to think about priorities and then what the corresponding budget looks like for that. And then I think if we ideally have a draft of that ready for the October board meeting, we can get some feedback.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Last time, if I may to share my screen, right? Sorry, this is not right. This is the board meeting thread, but I'm just fishing out these slides that we build, right? For the sorry. Give me a second. Let me share again. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, right? This is about the objectives that we built last year. Let's take a look. Number one is tighten up that community engagement by regional summit. I think we have achieved that. Academic presentations. I think academic, we have less connections, but SONiC hackathon, we are continue having. The second big category is showcase SONiC success story, right? Develop, publish at least one SONiC case study. That one actually, I think we exceeded it. We have at least 2 case study published. Educate through thought leadership, that is publish a quarterly blog, educate public on how to use SONiC and demonstrate real world implementations, building training process, to generate awareness. I think this is in progress. We have blogs published, like similar to the use case. However, I'm not sure it's quarterly. We are sticking to quarterly. The training process is in build, right? We haven't launched it yet, but we still have 3 months left. Amplify SONiC presence in industry event. That is that we go to other event to have the presence there. I think we are doing well with OCP. However, we are slow with others. We brainstormed like last time, like Leno, other AI, other like conferences. I think we achieved some. Could target at more next year. I'm just brainstorm, and after I finish, I will let everyone speak up. Right. The last but not least is establish a comprehensive event metrics so that we know attendee engagement, leads generations, social media search. This actually we have this data about all the social media clicks, like engagement, how many attendees. I think this one we have majority of the data. Return on investment is a hard one. Okay, let me pause here. Any thoughts or comment? By the way, we will continue building this, right? And then finalize it in the board meeting. TSC also has it. Then together with the board input, we will like also publish it, right? So that it can guide the whole community. Looking at this, the idea like is each one of them we could extend it. We could extend it a little bit more the next year. Let me actually post this to our Etherpad. Let me move training here. After training, I can. Thinking out loud, right? Regional community, we are doing great in India, in China. Now we also have Europe. Actually this year we added the Japan. This year, I think we can target like we can target and extend to 1 or 2 more. Let me put it, just speak out, everyone, please. If you have like, for example, Yuval, right? You are thinking of doing it in Israel. Please keep please keep it like with the discussing and to see if it's realistic next year. Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, it is realistic, but the number of developers is quite small if you compare it to other territories. So we tried to investigate, and I also sent you an email if you know developers around Israel. So I don't think it will be a very effective meetup, not more than hopefully, probably we will reach 20 people at max, right? So will attend. Maybe there are more developers in general, but not everyone will attend. So
yeah, no pressure. I'm just like surfacing this. Japan actually didn't have many, but they are starting to build the community. Yeah.
how
No,
many
no
attended
pressure.
how
Yeah.
many attended the Japan one?
I don't know, several tens, I think it's.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
also.
that's a good number.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we can think about it.
Yeah.
I'm for it,
I
of
think
course,
that
as you probably know.
yeah, we might need to think how to extend SONiC hackathon to SONiC to academic.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not a hard task, a task to do, but yeah, to think how to extend to academic. Many of our these companies has I see. Li Hua was saying that summer intern program. I think that it got the almost approval about next year. I will ask TSC if we are able to build that summer intern program. Is a great connection to the academic.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then develop, publish at least the case that is done, achieved, we should continue.
Since many people dropped, and this is a very important topic, maybe we should continue next time because we have a few more seconds.
Oh, we will definitely continue. This is just this is not final. This has to be a few times. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome to think about it and come back. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So we are here. Like the Etherpad, let me post again the link to the chat. Okay. Okay. Thanks everyone for your time. Yeah, we are here for this meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.